handoff checklist in the case of the NICU. And different portions belong in different parts of what we've kind of come to know as our progress node of the objective assessment plan. If you spend any time in the NICU, an intubated patient usually doesn't have too much to say subjectively. So the immune status, and you can see how we've moved back from these data compilations, taken another look at what was in them, and said, we're not going to each time hand off like guidelines and say, like, hey, did you read the latest JAMA? We want to update our guidelines. Let's check out. Inappropriate, so we're going to exclude that. Okay, unless we're running with Dr. Hold on. Got it. Okay, so we're going to transition from our data source to our handoff checklist field. Okay, this is quite detailed. You can look at this on your own. One that I want to call out is going to be, let's see, let's look at this. So the ventilator bundle, oral care, okay? That was part of the ventilator bundle. It's going to belong here. Objective data, your physical exam, what did you see at the mouth, what did you see at the trach site? Probably belongs in your handoff, okay? And notice how this vent bundle kind of split in between that lower respiratory infection bundle, okay? So that's why you've got to take this sort of mess over here and put it into a cohesive progression that you would use clinically, moving from your vitals, exam, labs, etc. So this is more stuff for you to read on your own, but what the point of this is give you a sense of how you're going to be graded, what defines a good gap process. Okay, we've talked about making sure that you're bringing in the right data, but not more than you need. You don't want to confuse the clinical picture with unnecessary data. Okay, you want to make sure that you are clear about who does what, and throughout all of these steps, gather, assess, and perform, we really want you to be mindful of how is a collaborative team working together. Okay, so we've got appropriate inclusion, who uses what data, again, identifying a comparator under the assess step, it's a place for your guidelines. That will be a component of grading is, do you find good evidence? It's not a huge portion, but it's in there. Dr. Maloney will be grading. He wants to see good evidence. All right, so gather, assess, perform, you can look through again. On your deliverables, you're going to be making a whole map. Okay, you want to make descriptions of what your data compilations are. Again, remember, the idea is to gain clarity so that you have this map that's relatively uncluttered, and then you have supporting documents that show what that one icon of gather means. Okay, and then you only need to do one of those little templates for the gather, assess, and perform. Sorry, that should say perform. The templates are on here so that you can use them, and you can pull those off. It's going to be available for you online, and then fill them out as you start to hammer out what your process looks like. So we're really at the end of the hour. Are there any questions, though?
Anyone feeling overwhelmed by the process maps? I am a little bit. I don't have to do one for this thing. So Mark went over a little bit there what is available in this slideshow. I'll be sending out another email here shortly after class with links to these lecture documents, as well as the sort of template documents that we're going to put in your common folders that you can get to. Start talking to your teams about what clinical setting you want to do your project in, and what clinical process you have ideas for addressing. And again, we'll be available via email. I'll send you our phone numbers too in case anyone wants to call and or meet at some point to talk about what you guys are thinking about doing. And then I'll send another email just sort of all of this again summarized as far as what you'll be doing for the challenge and what you'll be expecting to sort of turn in at the end of this. All right, thanks guys. We'll meet again here tomorrow, same time.